Hey everyone and welcome. Today we're diving into the real art of gift giving. For the people who actually matter most, our friends, our family, the people whose lives we're really, truly a part of.
But let's be real for a second, it can be so stressful, right? We've all been there, that rising sense of panic, wandering aimlessly through a store or scrolling for hours online just looking for something, anything that says, I really care about you, and not just, oh crap, I remembered at the last minute. So what is it? Why is it so hard to get this right?
Okay, let's get right into it. Because it turns out that most of us are making the exact same fundamental mistake. And here's a hint. It has absolutely nothing to do with your budget.
And this is it. This is the big one. We give people what we would want to receive. We project our own tastes onto them. We see some cool gadget or a book we've been wanting to read and think, oh, I would love this. And then we buy it for them. We're essentially gift shopping for ourselves. So, the absolute first step to becoming a great gift giver is to stop shopping for you.
So if it's not about our taste, then what is it about? Well, the real secret isn't about spending more money. It's about spending more attention. It's about making a huge shift from buying to just observing. A truly great gift, it's proof. It's this tangible little piece of evidence that you've actually been paying attention to who they are, their habits, their little quirks, their needs. It shows that you actually see them.
Now, let's add a really important detail here. Observation is number one, for sure. But that doesn't mean money is totally irrelevant. Come on. If you've been paying attention and you notice your friend has a real taste for high-quality, expensive things, then getting them something that meets that standard is a huge way of showing you care. The money just backs up what you've already observed.
And you want to know the best part? People are constantly giving us clues. Gift ideas are literally hiding in plain sight, just scattered all over their daily lives. What's their routine like? What do they complain about all the time, even if it's a joke? You just have to notice those small preferences and behaviors, because that's where the absolute best gift ideas live.
And here they are, the verbal breadcrumbs, the exact phrases you need to listen for. When you hear someone say stuff like this, your gift-giving radar should be going off like crazy. These aren't just offhand comments. They are wide-open invitations telling you exactly what they want but probably won't ever buy for themselves.
So once you start paying attention and collecting all these little clues, how do you turn that into an actual gift? Well, you'll find that pretty much every amazing gift falls into one of three powerful categories.
Okay, first, you've got the problem solver. This gift basically says, I see that little daily struggle you have, and I want to fix it. Think of a mug warmer for your friend whose coffee is always getting cold. Next up is the you deserve it gift. This one says, you deserve to be spoiled. This is for the stuff they'd love but just feel too guilty to buy for themselves, like a fancy spa voucher. And third is the I support you gift. This one is powerful. It says, I believe in you and I want you to win. This is like an investment in their goals, new workout gear, an online course, whatever it is they need to succeed.
All right, we have a framework. But let's talk about how to avoid the biggest trap of all. I'm talking about the dreaded generic gift.
Oh man, we've all gotten these. A random perfume that smells nothing like you, another mug for the collection, a piece of decor that just doesn't go with anything. These gifts can feel so thoughtless because they have zero personal connection. They say, I had to get you something, not, I got this for you.
But here's the fix. This is where that observation thing becomes a superpower. A generic mug becomes a treasure when it has that one inside joke or a quote they're always saying. A basic blanket becomes the perfect gift when you've noticed they love boho decor and you match the style. See? It's not about changing the item itself. It's about injecting it with personal, specific detail.
So, let's pull all of this together into the single biggest takeaway from this whole explainer. The secret to giving amazing gifts without all the stress is realizing it isn't a last-minute scramble. It is a total mindset shift.
At the end of the day, what really matters is that the gift is relevant to the person, not the date on the calendar. A perfectly observed, thoughtful, little gift on a random Tuesday can mean so much more than some expensive, thoughtless thing on a birthday.
So the strategy is actually pretty simple. You just make observation a year-round habit. Really listen to the people in your life. Once you start collecting these little details, you'll find that when a birthday or holiday does roll around, you've already got a whole list of perfect ideas. And just like that, gifting stops being a chore and it becomes this really easy, meaningful way to connect. So I'll leave you with this question. It's not about what you're going to buy next. The real question is, who are you going to start paying closer attention to, starting today? Whose life have you really been observing? The answer to that? That's the key. Thanks for joining this explainer.